To the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods help players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, BA. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down too.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. Edey out there with Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3.
Yeah, when Morant gets a step to the hoop, he's looking to drop the hammer on you.
Here's Leonard. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Morant with the slam!
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
Harden out to Leonard. Jacks up a 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Leonard's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying the team.
Shot clock at 3. Wells, the pass to Morant. Drains the triple. He's got 7.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
Harden finds Leonard. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Great D that time from Payne. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. PA?
And Allie, thank you for that. Again, the miss by Leonard. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp to the left side wing. Here's Wells. Defended by Harden. Wells misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Zubac, screen. Leonard for 3. He buries it from 3. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Up top, Morant. 10 points for him. Pass to Jackson. Outside Morant. Drives to the hoop. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Well, it's almost impossible to stay in front of Morant. He's just so quick on the drive.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, BA, that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in LA, they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Leonard with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
They're taking the opportunity to get airborne. Kawhi doesn't hold back when he sees an opening.
Here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Jackson outside. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Wells. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer off the mark. Oh, deflected. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And how about we check the numbers for Bogdan Bogdanovic?
Over his last 10 games, his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
Now here's Harden. 17 points in his last outing. Leonard outside. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
From deep, Morant. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the LA Clippers. They came away with a victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
The last time they faced this team, they were very aggressive, found numerous ways to get themselves to the line. Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Sinks it from distance.
Well, modern-day big men can hit threes and guard multiple positions. That's Jaren Jackson.
Pass to Zubac. Now Leonard. Going inside. Outside for Harden. The 3 is up. Hits the trifecta. He has 7.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a...
And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for Los Angeles. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Jackson, the pass to Wells. Kicks it out to Bane. 4-3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Smooth and fast release from Bane that time.
Pass to Zubac. Outside for Harden. Screen by Leonard. Takes a 3. Jones. Great positioning on the putback.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Morant. Yes, sir! Ja can throw it down.
Well, this is one of those nights where Morant just decided to take over.
Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
From deep, Bane hits a 3-pointer. Bane's got 6 here in the quarter.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
The Clippers trail. Harden surveying the D. Driving in. It's rebounded by Memphis.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Jackson for 3, and they're able to recover. Pass to Edie. Here's Wells. Here's Bane, defended by Jones. Bane, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. That's good from Jones. And the assist from Powell. Jones has got 7. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Morant.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
Oh, Morant from close range.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Outside Harden. Launches a three. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Yeah, there have been very few players at 6'2" who've played above the rim like Morant.
Leonard outside. There's the three. Ja Morant grabs the miss. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. They're deep into a 6-game road trip. This is number 5.
Yeah, when I was coaching, this guy was a nightmare. It was hard to game plan for him. His quickness causes major issues.
And Morant drops them both.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Here's Harden. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Harden against Bane. Leonard for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist of the night.
He's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
He played well in the first quarter, but now he's taking it to the next level.
Bane against Leonard. And timeout called by Ty Lue. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
And that was a tough loss. 1 or 2 breaks go their way, and it's a totally different outcome.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
.26 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
And you know, guys, I mean, he is a...
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People will worry that this...
NBA rule. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Morant, no good. They're running. Three-pointer, Harden. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Los Angeles. They're up by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hello, everybody. So far, a fairly even game for the Memphis Grizzlies through the first 2 quarters.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers. We have a missing defense, paging the defense.
All right, fellas, let's now. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Brandon Clark out there with Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Jackson. And it's Huff in at the center spot. Jackson, the pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range, Ben Simmons grabs the board. The Clippers lead by 5. No one around. And Bogdanovich with the lay-in. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket in this one.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
The shot no good.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Clark outside. Pass to Huff. Now Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Huff, good.
Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks.
Simmons drives in. Outside Bogdanovich. Fires the 3. Eubanks gets the bucket. Eubanks, he's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Kennard for 3. Connects from downtown.
Well, Kennard wasted no time firing back. That's the work of an elite three-point shooter.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Memphis with a rebound. And, Coach, you look at Vince Williams. That 7-foot wingspan is a difference maker defensively.
It sure is, Brian. He disrupts a lot of offensive action, both on and off the ball, forcing turnovers and blocking shots.
Good work there as it goes. And now just a 4-point Clipper lead. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Simmons. Huff pulls it in.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Jackson on the wing, guarded by Batum. Pass to Williams. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
2 minutes.
Los Angeles leading by 4.
2 minutes.
Bogdanovich with it. So far, he's averaging 11 points a game. Now Eubanks. The kick out to Simmons. Bogdanovich against Kennard. Launches it. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Grizzlies trail by 4. Huff, the pass to Jackson. And there's a pick. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's gotten 4 this quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Here's Simmons. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. And the Clippers lead by 4.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Jackson down low. Bogdanovich on him. Jackson, the pass to Williams. Releases. No good that time. Los Angeles leading by 4. Pass to Batum. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Williams finds Kennard. Clark with the screen. And Luke Kennard good for 3. Kennard's got 6.
Well, this is Kennard's shot. And if you don't chase him off the three-point line, this is what will happen.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Eubanks. Three-pointer. Memphis with a rebound. Huff's got 4 rebounds now.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Kennard for 3. That one is off. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. It's lost. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Amir Coffey out there with Nicholas Batum. Then it's Ben Simmons. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Eubanks in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
What an athlete Bogdanovic is. Sprinting towards the rim with such aggression and assertiveness.
Kennard outside. Pass to Huff. Back to Kennard. Clark with the screen. Let's go with a 3. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Some changes for Memphis. Well, the Clippers shooting it well at 59%. Jones with a screen on Bane. And it's Harden penetrating. And Harden with the slam.
A consistent and standout scorer. It's really no surprise to see Harden making a big impact out there.
Oh! There's Morant with the slam.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Three-pointer, Harden. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Jackson against Leonard. Up top, Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Edey. Morant against Harden. From outside the arc. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be over the back here.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it's something we don't see a whole lot in games. Just too aggressive going up.
Pass to Zubac. Bane against Harden. Driving to the basket. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Zubac's shot is off.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Jackson with a screen on Powell. Here's Morant. Here's Edey. Outside Bane. There's the triple. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Powell. And we're going to have a jump ball.
No ball. That's a jump ball.
Now Bane fires from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Harden against Bane. Out to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Stolen by Bane. To take the lead. Got a piece of it. Wells, the pass to Morant. Here's Wells, defended by Jones. Clock at 6. They set the pick. The three from Bain. Knocks down the triple. And it's a three-point Memphis lead. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Eubanks has checked in. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops.
And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
First team foul. At the line for one, James.
These personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. Bain with a screen on Harden. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. And he sinks it.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Look, every trip to the line counts, but getting all of these was extra important.
Bain with a screen on Harden. Pass to Edey. The three is up. Rebound by the Clippers. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Third team.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw. Can knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Well, the miss is unfortunate, but he still manages to put them ahead. Barely.
Up top, Morant, defended by Harden. Pass to Wells, puts up a three. The three won't fall. Eubanks up top. Count it!
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, thoughts on what Coach is going to do here?
No choice but to go for the...
Oh, at the buzzer! He got it off in time!
That is an incredible shot.
Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And here's Morant. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Jackson out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3, small forward. Here's Jackson. There's the steal. It's Powell on the wing. Leonard against Jackson. Leonard spikes it down.
Stone cold right there. Leonard, an exceptional ball handler on top of everything else.
And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You'd like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, There's sometimes where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Jackson for three. Drops in the three.
Stretching the defense out from the corner. Nice work by Jackson Jr.
Just over a minute into overtime here. Leonard with a screen on Bain. Out to Leonard. Kawhi attacking. Nice shot there. Making him 8 for 13.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Bain. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with. I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Aggressive take from Morant. Crafty move, and the layup is up and in. Morant's got 38 points.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
Here's Leonard, and it's good.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Back to Morant. From deep. Leonard pulls down the board. Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now, taking care of the rock and using some time.
So it's Los Angeles now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Harden with the slam.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, this offense is so much better when Jackson moves the ball.
Leonard for 3. Harden finds Leonard. And the ball out of play. The Grizzlies will have it. Timeout called. Memphis. 1 second left in OT. All right, guys, what do you think?
Well, their only hope is for somebody to hit a three-pointer and get fouled for it and one. I'd be surprised if there's a defender anywhere in the vicinity of a three-point attempt.
From deep. Missed it. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. It was touch and go there for a while. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this
Here we are. In game one of the NBA season, how does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
And the starting group for the Spurs, they've got Wembanyama. Fox is out there with Castle. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the force. Brent, I've always thought the stoic demeanor of Kawhi Leonard was very imposing for an opponent.
Well, there's just no rattling, right, Kevin? How many times have you seen Kawhi Leonard get outside of himself, react to a call? Become emotional. Now, as a teammate, you have to have an understanding that he might not motivate you in that way, but certainly as an opponent, it's intimidating. I remember playing against John Stockton and Karl Malone much in the same way. Emotionless, relentless, that's sometimes intimidating for an opponent.
Here's Castle. Fox from outside. Not going to go that time. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Fox deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Fox passes to Wembanyama. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
And that one's good, Leonard.
Don't sleep on Kawhi's range. He'll burn you from down deep.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Wembanyama, a screen on Jones. Outside for Wembanyama. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Fox. Barnes against Leonard. Wembanyama outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Harden with it. Out guarded by Wembanyama. Basket good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle.
And looking at the numbers for De'Aaron Fox, last season he played outstanding. And of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you said, first in steals last season, you have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Now Barnes. James Harden missing on the 3. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He has yet to score. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 13.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Count the basket.
Fox not a jump shooter, just doing a great job of mixing it up offensively now.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play. Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
You know, Brent, throughout his career, Kawhi Leonard has always been sensational on both ends of the floor.
It's a great point, Kevin, and it's sort of making me think about history. You know how history can sometimes be boring, but it's something you should study. Kawhi Leonard is that kind of player. Young guys should be studying what Kawhi represents in terms of his two-way prowess, dominating on the offensive end and just a menace on defense. So kids, history is important. Study Kawhi Leonard.
Wembanyama against Zubats. And Wembanyama throws it down.
A big-time slam by Wembanyama. This is why you got to push him out of the paint.
A shake. And Harden lays it in. Harden's got his second bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
How about Fox just getting to the rim right there? Great to see him explode at times.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. No good on the triple. Here's Castle. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
On the court for San Antonio, we've got Fox. He's out there with Castle. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the power forward position. Shot clock at 6. Fox with it. Zubats defending. Nice shot by Wembanyama, no good. Clippers leading by 6. Right side, Jones. Pass to Harden. And there's the drive. And the jam by Harden.
But once Harden takes that first step, it's very difficult to stop his drive.
Right, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Now, here's Fox. From deep, sinks the triple. Fox has got 7.
Yeah, you like to see how comfortable Fox is from deep.
Fox has gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Here's Harden. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Wembanyama, a screen. Here's Fox, and he converts the layup. He's got 9.
When the game starts to slow down for younger players, you know they're starting to feel confident about how they go about their business. Fox with a good decision there.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 8. Buries it from 3-point range.
Looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Wembanyama, a screen on Harden. Fox against Harden. Outside for Wembanyama. He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now here's Leonard. 16 points for him. Barnes grabs the miss. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. Down low. Kawhi with the flush.
Leonard, a 3-level scorer as well as an offensive anchor for this team.
Spurs trail by 8. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between information and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
San Antonio with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. And it's Mamu Kelishvili missing. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Nailed from 3-point land. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Fox passes to Mamu Kelishvili. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Mamu Kelishvili trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the middle, and then Jones with the jam.
Well, still such a prolific passer in this league. You expect Harden to make those kind of dishes.
To the wing on the left. Wembanyama, a screen on Harden. Fox passes to Wembanyama. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Fox against Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Spurs shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
It's definitely a part of the game that Fox wants to work on. These haven't been easy for him in the past.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. Driving inside. Rebounded by the Spurs. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
They worked
hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
We see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Taking a look at the Clippers. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Gotta appreciate.
And that'll do it for halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. And Simmons is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Batum. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Coffey in at the 3. Vassell against Simmons. Vassell kicks to Johnson. Back to Vassell. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Johnson can't get it to go. And so Simmons will bring it up for Los Angeles. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. For San Antonio, they've made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Pass to Champagny. Here's Bassey. And now the Clippers on the break. Bogdanovich passes to Coffey. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Simmons against Vassell. To the paint. Kicks it out to Johnson. Vassell, the pass to Champagny. Count that one.
And just beating the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
Los Angeles leading by 11. They set the pick. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Simmons. At the top of the key, Eubanks. Shot clock at 5. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The teardrop, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Spurs trail. by 11. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Vassell against Simmons. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. 2 minutes.
Simmons against Vassell.
2 minutes.
Clock at 6.
I love the intensity dial up here from a defensive standpoint in the second half. Doing a much better job.
There's the pick. Johnson, the pass to Bassey. Goes back up. And it's good on the way up. Bassey's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Spurs.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Bogdanovich looking around. To the inside. Coffee. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I think a lot of teams worry about Bogdanovich. Obviously that three-point ability, but now he's making plays.
Shot by Champagnie, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. Vassell
drives in. Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
Here's Simmons. A rebound by Johnson.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. It's good. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
Can't allow Johnson to get that deep. Once he's there, he's going to be able to score.
That one drops for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
There's the screen to the middle. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And since he entered the league, Vassell's playmaking has really come a long way. He is a solid creator.
And he banks in the layup. Vassell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man on his feet and drive right around it.
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a set. And a moment ago, inside the huddle.
Keep attacking, all right? Nah, come on, be aggressive.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Barnes. Castle is out there at Fox. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4.
And that is what Harden does. Draws fouls, hits shots, and makes plays.
When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brett, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again, Kevin.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Trains it from beyond the arc.
How about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Harden outside. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
And Wembanyama outside. To the right side. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Here's Barnes. Down low. Here's Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. And Wembanyama with the flush.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Harden outside. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Harden sets the pick for Leonard.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Sandro Mamukelashvili. That's his third personal foul. Third team foul.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Screen by Jones. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Spurs trail by 7. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Powell kicks to Harden. Leonard inside, covered by Barnes. Here's Harden. Back to Leonard, down to 5 on the shot clock. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Got there early, and his anticipation of that play was rewarded by that call.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the Clippers. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Into the lane, and it's Fox with the jam.
That is a mature play from De'Aaron Fox. Not afraid to take the big one.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Harden. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Big bucket. Harden proving once again he can be counted on.
Here's Castle, guarded by Harden. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:46 left in the fourth. Outside, Fox. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Mamukelashvili.
And a good example of why Leonard perpetually makes the all-defensive team. You are caught on the Hawaiian Islands.
Now Harden. Fires for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fox against Simmons. And it's Fox with the jam.
Fox stepping up in the clutch here.
And it's Harden with the ball for Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Simmons against Fox. The 3 from Harden. Another miss by Harden. So it's the Spurs now. It's a 3-point game. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a ring grab.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt them. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
It's Harden with the drive, and Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's stolen.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Buries the triple.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Here's Harden. Yes!
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. That was a fun night of basketball. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is...
On the floor.
So many. Things to love about opening day? What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4. Bain, no good. Wembanyama scanning the floor. To the wing on the left. Fox outside. Wide open. That one falls.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner. But we'll just have to see.
And you often see defenses beg Morant to take that shot. Didn't work that time.
Here's Fox. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Desmond Bain.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Now here's Morant. Misses from close range. Pass to Fox. Six on the shot clock. Outside Wembanyama. Goes up on the wing. Cleared away by Wells.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Right side Morant. Knocked loose. Oh, Fox with a steal. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. The 3 from Barnes. Gets the 3 to fall.
Nice work by Barnes in that coffin corner. He really had that bad boy dialed in.
Here's Morant. He shoots it. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Fox against Bain. Fox deciding where to go with it. Banked it in off the glass. Fox has got 6 points.
You look at Fox now compared to when he entered the league. He is so much more physical.
Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
As usual, Morant bringing down the house.
For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
BA, they had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries, and there is nothing more valuable than experience.
Here's Clark following the bucket by the Spurs. No coverage that time.
Quick thinking from Bain there. I like watching him rise up like this off the pass.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Taylor Jenkins, and they have to deal with one of the quickest guys in the league in De'Aaron Fox. Coach told me it's almost impossible to stay in front of De'Aaron, so we'll try to give whoever is guarding him help, especially if Fox gets rolling. We'll see how that plan works.
Appreciate the report, Allie. The 3 from Wembanyama. Clark grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Morant off the drive. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Wembanyama. The pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Fox outside. 6 to shoot. Outside Wembanyama. Not going to go that time. Memphis trailing here. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
A great job to establish position and square up.
There's 45 seconds left in the opening quarter. Now here's Fox. Give him 8 points now. Wembanyama, screen on Bain. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Here he goes. Here's Kelishvili. San Antonio again can't hit.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Well, that's good.
Not just a scorer. Bain is willing to set up others and does a very good job of it.
Fox against Bain. And there's the screen. Pass to Kelishvili. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Castle. Just 3 on the clock. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
It's a tie game in Memphis. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Barnes. And it's Kelishvili in at the 4. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4". Skill. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
From deep, Bain. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Bain's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Right side, Wembanyama. Outside, Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. Shot clock at 6. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. In third, the Spurs. The Grizzlies fourth.
One look at last season's shot blocking numbers, and it's clear that these are two squads that love to play the physical game down in the paint.
Morant. Pass to Bain. From the corner. It's good. Bain's got his second bucket on the night.
Finding looks is what Bain does, and he's always trying to sniff out his next bucket.
Bain against Fox. Oh! Fox gets up and throws it down.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Here's Bain, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Explosion to the rim. Bain not backing down.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year. He said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team put me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Kicks it out to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Fox against Bain. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously, and size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Fox left side. Stolen by Bain. All alone on the break. And And it's Morant. So quick.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Fox against Bane. Fox outside. And Fox powers it home.
A monster night for Fox. You can call him a point guard. I call him a scoring guard because that's what De'Aaron brings.
Wells, the pass to Bane. Three-pointer with the tip. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Mamukelashvili's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Morant. High arcing shot. Kicks it out to Bane. Clark with a screen on Fox. The drive by Bane. Pass to Clark. And here's Jackson. 4 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. From deep, Morant. Oh! A bomb from John!
Leave that one up there and hope for the best. Nothing wrong with that. Morant, sometimes you just got to rely on your talent.
Sinks the tray. Mamukelashvili's got 6 points.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Clark, the pass to Morant. And it's Clark on the take. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Off the inbound. Pass to Mamukelashvili. And San Antonio hits again from deep. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
And so it's De'Aaron Fox making highlights for the Spurs. Hunting for opportunities. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically. And there's more NBA action. And that's a wrap on halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got Luke Kennard. Marvin Bagley is out there with Williams. Then it's Jackson. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the night right here. Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
2 points. That would go.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Vassell outside. Sohan outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. San Antonio shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
And there's the foul. It's on Keldon Johnson. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Here's Jackson, drops in the layup for two. Jackson's got his second bucket.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Jackson against Vassell. And the foul on Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul of the game. Edey's checked in for Memphis.
Now into the lineup for your Grizzlies. Number 14,
Vassell against Jackson. Vassell left side. Here's Champagnie. Buries it from three. And the Spurs lead by 6.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Ooh, we're getting a chance to see Johnson's athleticism. This man can really get up and throw it down.
Jackson gets the bucket.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Vassell against Jackson. Right wing. Bassey, the pass to Champagnie. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants to review the game plan. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Edey for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
Jackson against Vassell. With the drive. Clock at 6. Spurs need to get one up here. Champagnie. And the 3 off target. Grizzlies trail by 5. Jackson finds Kennard. There's the 3. Bassey pulls it in. San Antonio has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Fires from deep. And Sohan gets it to go. Sohan's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. You know, after playing as a starter most of his career, Keldon Johnson showed he can act as a 6th man if needed, Richard.
Not every player can make that switch mentally. Johnson brings the same energy as a starter as he does to the second unit. It's a great attitude on that young man.
Here's Bassey. Kennard with the rebound.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 6 points.
I love whenever Johnson looks to really score inside. Certainly has the touch and the confidence to get it done in there.
They set the screen. Kennard for 3. Bassey pulls it in. San Antonio leading by 8. Johnson on the wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Outside, Williams. And again, Memphis no good.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Champagnie. Williams defending. Vassell passes to Sohan. Vassell outside. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go for him. Grizzlies trail by 8.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Vassell against Jackson. Vassell left side. It's intercepted. Tipped. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. San Antonio on top. They lead by 5. And Greg Popovich addressing his team.
We gotta really snatch the ball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for the Spurs, they've got Victor Wembanyama. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the power forward position. Lets it fly. And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. So Memphis ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
San Antonio leading by 5. Fox goes in. And Fox powers it home.
It's the speed of De'Aaron Fox that is just so tough to match.
Here's Morant. Rebound San Antonio.
Whew. You try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Back to Wembanyama. 5 to shoot. Oh, too much length from Wemby.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Morant looking around. Off target from three-point range. San Antonio leading. It's Barnes on the wing. Clark covers. Here's Castle. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Nails it from 3. And the Spurs lead by 12.
You're upgrading the three-point shot. It's big for Castle as he continues to develop.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul of the game. Grant, in terms of scheduling, do you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Here's Castle, hounded by Morant. Pass to Barnes. Lets it go from deep. That shot missing. Grizzlies trail by 12. Outside Bane. Lets the 3 fly. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Castle, hounded by Morant. Wembanyama, high post.
2 minutes remaining.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Here's Morant. Oh, my goodness! Throw it down!
Come on!
And if you're wondering what makes Josh so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Fox. And Fox powers it home.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Tries to save it. Here's Castle, hounded by Morant. Castle misses. And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. 15-point game.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Spurs.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And what a huge performance it was for De'Aaron Fox.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 17-4 run. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Oh, road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart. Why fade away there? Just making the shot more difficult, if you have to ask me.
The three. He can't get it to go. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the top.
we are early in the NBA season, and teams focus on situational awareness. Doris, what have you noticed so far this season?
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really all about execution, right? Are players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Harden's shot is good.
James Harden, one of the best individual offensive players the game has ever seen. If he gets his feet in the painted area, it is always dangerous for the defense.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Payne for 3.
Oh, boy, James Harden, excellent job contesting right there. Boy, when he gives effort, look out.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Pass to Wells. Jackson with the screen. Wells kicks to Jackson. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. It's good from long range. Harden's got 5 now.
James Harden understands answering a 3 with your own 3 negates any momentum of your opponent.
And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 5. Harden with the screen on Bane. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard reminding folks he's still got a vertical. Look out.
Morant against Jones. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Simmons checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Jackson. That shot is off. Excellent D that time from Jones. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Taylor Jenkins.
I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight, so they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Now, here's Bane. Shot clock at 6. Oh, good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
And Kawhi Leonard is healthy, Doris. No one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then you think to his transition on the offensive end from a player who was a standstill shooter to now who you can run your offense through.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. A deep 3 from Bane. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Jones looking for an opening. Ball's knocked loose. Hells with the steal. And they're running. Pass to Bain. Puts it up. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Nobody near Leonard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight. And there's a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul.
13 foul.
Morant against Jones. Now here's Morant. He has 5.
Boy, Zubac's giving you great effort defensively there.
Bain finds Morant. Driving in and finished up by Morant.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
And now look at the numbers for Jaren Jackson. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 22 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
And the agility, the hops. Morant just explodes off the floor.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Simmons. Morant with the steal. Takes the 3. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8. On the night.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Now he's checked in for Simmons. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for James Harden.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers. And
oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Wow, James Harden putting a little sauce in the finish. Nicely done.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer, elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Well, with that frame and that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
Morant kicks to Bain. Morant with the screen on Jones. Bain passes to Wells. And here's Morant. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Morant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies. Harden with it. He's picked up by Morant. Bain with the steal. Fast break Memphis. stolen by Harden. Leonard against Jackson. Leonard kicks to Harden. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Bain. Fires the three. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Take a look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Harden score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, if it's James Harden taking the mid-range, I'm fine with it. This guy is a 3-level scorer par excellence.
80 can't hit. Clippers trail by 12. Pushing it up. Morant against Jones. And Jones slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, he is only concerned right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Pass to Wells. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his 3rd foul so far.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take, leaving him out there.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Clippers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And it's Leonard missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, with the Grizzlies' injuries last season, there was a lot put on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s plate. Coach Taylor Jenkins says he loves the challenge and the growth opportunity. Jackson said, you always work on everything. You work on your game because you love it. And if you get a chance to use it, great. Kevin, back to you.
And he's always working on his game. All right, David, we thank you for that report. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. Takes it inside and finished off by Morant.
Just as quick as anyone in this league, Morant can seemingly get to the hole at will.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Let's get loud once again for your baseball team.
There's 25 seconds left here in the second. Leonard the pass to Harden. Zubac kicks to Harden. Leonard sets a screen for Harden. Kicks it out to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling a shot clock violation.
Grizzlies ball.
And so it's Memphis finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Taking a look at Memphis. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. Changing gears now. Fellas, we need to talk about how dominant Ja Morant looked in that first half.
One of the league's...
And that concludes...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Batum. Ben Simmons is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Coffey in at the 3. Jackson drives in. Here's Huff. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Williams passes to Kennard. And again, Memphis no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charities. These guys were practically automatic. Third is Bogdanovich.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum.
One of the things I admire most about Nick Batum is how consistently he gives effort through 48 minutes. Plays with his head in the game and giving his all-out effort every play.
Bogdanovich dishes to Simmons, and Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
Kennard's shot is off.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Let's see some numbers here on Kennard. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game last season. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Williams comes with the double team. Bogdanovich finds Batum. In the corner, Eubanks with it. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Not as good off the back rim and in.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Outside for Bagley. Pass to Clark. Outside Jackson. And there it is for him. Jackson's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Here's Simmons. Out to the right wing. Eubanks the pass to Simmons.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Coffey. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to 6 in the bucket from Ben Simmons.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Williams kicks to Bagley. Williams sets a screen for Bagley. In the corner, Kennard with it. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Bagley, no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 75% of the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That free throw, good from Eubanks.
Eubanks taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Kennard for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Kennard's got his second basket of the night.
Well, this is how Luke Kennard made his way to the NBA. The knockdown 3. Good night.
Bogdanovich with a screen on Jackson. Coffee can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 7 to the middle. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Kennard against Bogdanovich. This one for 3.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
What pace on the fast break from Bogdanovich. Getting out ahead and protecting the opportunity to score.
Jackson kicks to Clark. And the 3 off target.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Clippers trail by 5. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. This whole team's changing it up here. Jackson against Leonard. Harden sets the pick for Leonard. Kawhi with the flush.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
And so it's Memphis with their... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
What you love about Norman Powell historically is he knows his role is professional scorer.
Here's Bane. Out to Morant. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jones from outside. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Morant for 3. Edey controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Morant outside. Bane finds Morant. They set the screen. Morant with another miss. Clippers trail by 5. Kicks it out to Jones. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside Leonard. Wells with the steal. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Morant scanning the floor. The tray.
And they're not having as much success from long range as they did in the first half.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Bane passes to Wells. Bain sets the screen for Wells. And the dunk by Wells.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Bain, defended by Jones. And Desmond Bain, good for 3. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And he just lights it up from downtown. Bain, so dangerous from out there.
It's Harden with the drive. We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He has decided it's the right time to talk. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. Thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Going inside. That miss makes him 7 for 12 from the field this game. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Stolen by Harden. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard right now is cooking, folks. This guy has got a rhythm, and you better watch out.
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
There's also a foul. Second team foul.
Clippers trail by 6. Leonard inside, guarded by Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Showing no hesitation, and in a huge moment, Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Wells kicks to Bain. Jackson with the screen. Bain, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's Harden with the drive. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, James Harden has always absorbed a huge offensive burden. It matters not where he's playing and with whom. The guy is big time in the clutch.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Morant passes to Wells. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Powell with a screen on Bain. It's good. Harden's got 20.
Well, if you need a bucket, there's no guy you probably want more than James Harden doing his thing. Ball on the string, you need to score it, no problem.
Grant tries again. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Bain with it. To the paint. Morant kicks to Bain. Traps in the tray. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreak.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
One of the best closers in our game. James Harden coming up big.
It's good.
Norman Powell, absolutely fearless.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Morant outside. 6 to shoot. Inside. Here's Wells. Got it.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. On the inbound. So it's Memphis picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm.
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
UK Sports. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for De'Aaron Fox.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game. And a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at small forward. And for the Spurs, they've got De'Aaron Fox. He's out there with Castle. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the four-man position. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
For the Clippers, James Harden at the line for one. The play is under video review under NBA rules.
Calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still beat it.
Let's hear it for all the dancers.
That's good from Harden. Stan, it feels like the hardest part of team building is getting a superstar. The Spurs have one.
Well, they sure do, B.A. San Antonio was retooling for a few years, and then they won that 2023 lottery and draft Victor Wembanyama, a super... star, and now it's about surrounding him with the right guys.
He's not playing within himself. 2 fouls in less than a minute. He's got to dial it back some.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the slam.
It's incredible. Harden's ability to read the floor and find the weakness.
And it's San Antonio's ball. It's a three-point game. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama, kicks it out to Barnes. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Greg Popovich.
I talked with him about how he'll approach dealing with Kawhi Leonard on the floor, and Coach told me there's no one way to go about slowing Kawhi. He does too many things. He continued, we'll vary our looks on him and try not to let him get in any offensive rhythm. Good idea, as we all know how deadly Kawhi is once he gets going. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie.
Such a terror on the drive. Fox possesses blow-by speed, getting past defenders in a hurry.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. And he gets the bucket. Fox has got 6 points.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Here's Harden. Here he goes. And it's good. 2 points. Here's Fox. He's got 6. Oh, excellent D there from Harden.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Powell passes to Leonard. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Harden finds Leonard. 5 to shoot. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Outside Barnes. To the paint. Here's Mamukelashvili. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. 14 foul.
And there's 1:45 left in the first. Leonard with a screen on Fox. Powell, and he lays it up and in.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up to the Spurs. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
1:32 left to play in the first quarter. Fox feeling it out a bit. Pass to Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, the level of creativity Leonard has is just special. He's capable of some really memorable throwdowns.
Fox with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. Harden against Barnes. Uses the glass on the layup. Barnes has got 5 now.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Harden against Barnes. Here's Leonard. Sinks that one from the post. He has 7.
Stone cold right there. Leonard, an exceptional ball handler on top of everything else.
Lets it fly. They get it back. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Harden. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Connects from downtown.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Here's Fox. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Leonard outside. Pass to Harden. Back to Leonard. From downtown. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. 4 on the clock. Powell passes to Leonard. From deep 3-point range, it's hauled in by Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Fox outside. Here's Castle. Spurs need to get one up here. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Leonard attacking. So good near the hoop. Leonard. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win. His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Los Angeles. Leonard on the wing from outside the arc. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, here's Mamukelashvili. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Mamukelashvili's got his 2nd basket on the night. Coach, when you watch Wemby, it's not the height that jumps out. It's the way he moves with that height.
Brian, I've been around the NBA a long time, and you think you've seen it all. But when you see someone with Wembanyama's size and the things he can do, his ball handling, his shooting range, the way he moves, blocking shots, this guy is one of a kind.
Feels like he's emerging as the face of the NBA soon.
I think that's what we all expect.
Wembanyama's shot is good.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Right side Harden. Leonard outside. Back to Harden. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Barnes. Shot by Leonard, no good. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Kawhi Leonard. Second personal foul.
Spurs trail by 4. Fox outside. A minute 50 left in the first half. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Norman Powell.
It's so hard to guard Fox without fouling him, especially when he's being the aggressor.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Los Angeles.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Back to Fox. There's the triple. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Fox has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, hats off to Fox. He really's upgraded that three-point stroke.
Leonard for 3. Leonard, a threat from deep.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Fox outside. Drives to the hoop. Here's Kelishvili. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And just continuing to pile it on. Leonard is such a ruthless player.
To the wing, right side. Harden against Wembanyama. Back to Fox. Outside Wembanyama. Lets the 3 fly. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. 23 seconds left in the second. Wembanyama screen. Just 5 to shoot. And that's an intentional foul. San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
14 fouls.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Nice shot by Harden.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Got it off in time. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for Los Angeles. Ali, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the 3rd quarter here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
His performance in the first half, Diesel approved. Plays physical, Diesel approved. Doing most of his damage right at the rim.
And next up on the docket, thanks as always.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
We've got Keldon Johnson, also Devin Vassell out there, and it's Bassi in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Now here's Vassell. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the San Antonio Spurs. On Tuesday, they head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with the Warriors, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see lineups get sorted out.
Back to Batum. Pass to Coffey. Batum with a screen on Johnson. Coffey lays it up and banks it in. Coffey's got his first basket.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Now here's Vassell. No points so far. Pass to Champagny. Here's Bassi. Here's Sohan. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And here's the fast break. Batum with it. Now guarded by Sohan. They get it back. Batum, the pass to Eubanks. Here's Coffey. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. San Antonio's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Vassell, right side. There's a screen. Pass to Champagny. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc. Champagny's got his first 3 points of the game. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball. Oh, flexing his muscles there. Sohan focused enough to get the initial bucket to fall.
Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's Coffey. From outside, off the mark. Spurs trail by 5. Sohan, pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, everything Johnson does on the court, he does with force.
Here's Coffey. The kick out to Simmons. Driving in. And the layup is good off the glass. Simmons has got 4 points this quarter.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Amir Coffey. First personal foul. Second team foul.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Back to Vassell.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Oh, Simmons with the block.
Oh, what a swat by Simmons, using his size and reach to bat away the shot.
Bassi pulls it in. San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Sohan. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Batum. Outside Bogdanovich. No good on the triple.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
One of the more consistent players in the league, Stan. Bogdanovich.
Yeah, Brian. Averages in double figures every year. Shoots it well from deep. A very underrated ball handler and playmaker. You love having guys like Bogdanovich that you can rely on every night.
Now here's Vassell. Still without a bucket. Here's Bassi. Can't get it to fall. The Clippers lead by 3. Bogdanovich on the wing. Three-pointer. Counted from distance.
Bogdanovich clearly a problem from deep.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Now, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Shots blocked. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. 41 seconds left in the third quarter, and he recovers it. Another shot. And then Bogdanovich with the dunk.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Vassell against Simmons. Now Vassell. Down low. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Good decision there by Vassell in the two-man game.
Vassell against Bogdanovich. Pass to Coffey. 1 second left, and it's good on the layup. Coffey's got 6 here in the quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. It's Los Angeles. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Los Angeles leading by 6. Powell outside. Outside Harden. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Wembanyama, screen on Harden. Outside Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from 3.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test. Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
First team foul.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Wembanyama against Zubac. Wembanyama, pass to Mamukelashvili. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Clock at 4. Wembanyama with the easy 2.
Well, how do you stop Wembanyama in the paint? His size and touch make it so simple for him.
Poke loose. Leonard outside. The 3. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Castle. Pass to Mamukelashvili. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Good vision by Castle there to find the open man.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Now here's Harden. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest. He's done a good job of minimizing mistakes on that.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. You guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. Here's Castle. Powell covers. Outside Wembanyama to tie it up. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged out.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. And here's Barnes. Leonard defending. Barnes, no good. The Clippers lead by 5. Leonard finds Jones, and he dunks it down.
Evolving as a passer and playmaker, Leonard wants to keep setting up his teammates like this.
Fox moving fast, and it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
Here's Harden. Pass to Zubac. Jones with the ball. Leonard inside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And what a move by Leonard. Baiting the defender to get them where he wants them.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Fox against Harden. Kicks it out to Barnes. Wembanyama, screen on Harden. Here's Barnes. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot. Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
Harrison Barnes. Shooting 2. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
Many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6. Both free throws good from Barnes.
And those were big shots. At this point in the game, you can't afford to leave any points at the line.
And here's Harden. Leonard outside. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. This play could decide the game.
Can't afford any mistakes here, B.A.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Wembanyama. And it's in. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct. Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
James Harden.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Outside for Wembanyama. Over Zubac. No good with a jumper from the wing. Deflected. And they're able to recover. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this
absolutely buzzing with anticipation. Each team with their first game of the season here tonight.
The key now is making sure your season starts with a win. That first dub is a catalyst to the start of your season. Helps you find a rhythm very early.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bain out on the wing. Wells is out there with Clark, and it's Jackson in at the 5. Now Fox. Following the miss by John Morant from deep.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
From deep three-point land, and it's Morant missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
A 3 from Wembanyama, and the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Fast break Memphis. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bain missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future. Explosive move by Fox, and if you're the defense, you've got to come to expect that.
Bain sets the screen for Morant. That one wide left.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And that one's good. Mamu Kelishvili.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Greg Popovich.
Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Bain with it. Headed now by Barnes. Morant with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Bain against Fox. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Wells with the steal. Pass to Bain. Launches it. The rebound by the Spurs. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Anytime you get starter-level production out of the second unit, you put yourself in a position to succeed.
Wembanyama passes to Mamu Kelishvili. Nailed from three-point land. Mamu Kelishvili has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Spurs. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. And his team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now Barnes following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Bain kicks to Wells. The 3 from Morant. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
A three-pointer is right on target. Wembanyama's got 5 points so far.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Now here's Morant for 3. Morant with another miss.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. In points in the game so far.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks chills.
And Morant throws it down.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And then Clark slams it in.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Down low, deflects the pass, and stolen by Wembanyama. No good on that one. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paid. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Clark is out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the three. To the inside. And Wembanyama with the flush.
Does Wemby even need to jump to dunk? No. Must be nice.
The three from Morant. And it's Mum. Kalashvili with the rebound. Amu Kalashvili has got 4 rebounds in this game. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this...
Wembanyama jackhammers it in.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
He took the opportunity when he saw it. Morant's got 11 points.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Wembanyama outside. Wembanyama a screen. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. D.A. thanks.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 17-point game. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Really left alone that team. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
And Fox has it in the corner. On the wing, Barnes. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Memphis shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Now here's Morant for three.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
He was all alone on that one. Castle's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
And Payne launches it from deep. They need this. And the three ball is good.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Fox. Pass to Mamoukelashvili.
Grizzlies foul. Well, first personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's San Antonio with it. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
The Spurs shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
The wide open look here for Fox. Sinks the three-pointer. Fox has got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Baines got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Morant. And stolen by Wembanyama. Barnes outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
Here's Morant. On its way from Clark. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Get ready for the...
It's one-sided on the scoreboard. Also in the rebounding column. They're hammering on these guys. This is how you blow a team out.
Now let's take a moment and see what games still. Thank you for being with us. Now let's set.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
You've got Devin Vassell. He's out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Bassey in at the 5 spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Here's Sohan. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan. He can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade, who's even played point guard at times. He's a great defender and a team player. He's the kind of guy you win with.
Vassell wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. And here is Vassell. Nothing on the board. 6 on the shot clock. Count that one. Vassell's got his first 2 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Kennard against Vassell. Williams a screen on Vassell. Kennard's shot is off. Spurs leading by 21. Vassell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. It's stolen by Bagley. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. And that one's good. Champagne.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Offensive rebound. Bagley. Jackson finds Williams. Off target with his 3.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Pass to Bassie. Now Vassell.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Clock at 6. Fires from way outside. Rebounded by Jackson.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
San Antonio leading by 21. Vassell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Johnson the pass to Bassie. Johnson surveying the floor. Vassell outside. Tries the spin move. Unloads from 13. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
They used every bit of the shot clock. Good thing Vassell was ready to go.
Jackson dishes to Bagley. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. 56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Champagne. Sinks the triple. Champagne's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Spurs.
Passes like this demonstrate leadership. Vassell wanting to find his open teammates.
San Antonio with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Kennard against Johnson. Pass to Bassie. Here's Champagne. Here's Vassell. No good with the triple.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Bagley with a screen on Johnson. Hits it from three-point range.
3 points.
Stolen by Jackson. Kennard way outside. And so it's San Antonio in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. I'll look at the field goal percentage numbers. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th, Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Clark, and it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Shot clock at 6. Fox, no good.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
From deep three-point land, Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Bain with the steal. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way. And Morant gets it to go.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Here's Castle. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Now at 4 fouls in the game, he'll start to have to be a little bit more careful with his defense the rest of the way.
Wembanyama passes to Mamu Kelishvili. Now Fox for the 3.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Wells sets the pick for Morant. Drives to the with authority.
That is a monster finish. Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Barnes outside. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Kept alive. Here's Jackson to the right side. Here's Wells. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Wembanyama looking it over. Basket good. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he...
Wow.
Yes! And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
3-pointer, Fox. They get it back. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Ooh, Wembanyama with the mean finish.
Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded, and it's good. 2 points.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Fox with it. Guarded now by Clark. Mamu Kelishvili passes to Fox. RJ, you had a chance to ref a summer league game this past year, so you get a little bit of a feel for what these guys go through.
Being a referee is by far the hardest job in professional sports. To try and keep up with the amount of plays, the amount of possessions, I do not envy their job.
6 on the shot clock. He can't get it to go. And Clark has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Now, here's Fox. Back to Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just